Hey everyone, my name is Eric Brinkman. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management here at GitLab, and I'm responsible for the dev section. I thought I would just do a quick walkthrough. And one thing I haven't really done recently is walk through the experience of being a brand new user of GitLab, what that sign-up process is like, and then focused on importing a project and then taking that project through some of the core workflow through GitLab for the first time. So I thought I would do that today, and I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, so I've shared my screen and I've opened a new incognito browser because I have all of my other stuff logged in through my normal Chrome browser. So I'm just gonna navigate to gitlab.com and I land on the web page or the main page, which is great. And the first thing that I notice is if I wanted to sign up, I really actually have like three options. I have install GitLab, get free trial, or register. And I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between get free trial and register. I would think that these two would largely be the same, or that we would just ask for a free trial when you're registering. Let me just click on these pages. Okay, so installing is all about installing your own GitLab, which makes sense. Get free trial, is get free trial and register the same thing? And then I also have a sign in button. Okay, so get free trial takes me to a marketing page, and the sign up button takes me to a page to actually sign up. Okay, what happens when I click start free trial for .com then? Start a free gold trial. This is a different sign up flow than this one, but maybe if I click register, I get the same screen. No, I don't, they're different. I think you need to provide the same information, but I also don't have any of the account login options. Maybe I'll come back and test this later. For now, I just want to sign up without a trial. So I'll come back to that. So I've signed up, or I'm going to sign up. Speed up your DevOps with GitLab. GitLab is a single app for the entire software development lifecycle, from project planning, source code management to CI/CD monitoring and security. That's great. Register for GitLab. Let's do it. Eric Brinkman. Too short. Let's see if it gives me an error message if I pick. Okay, so it does give me an error message if I pick something that's already taken. So let's do EB test 11111 available. And I set up another email just in case, but I think what's going to happen is if I used a prior email, it's going to throw an error, but let's just check. Okay, well, there's at least no validation here. So let's continue. I guess this checkbox is meant for this line of text, but it's on a second line, which is a little bit interesting. And I'm not a robot. CAPTCHAs. These are so hard. Bicycles. That's bike. That's a bike. That's a bike. That's a moped, which I hope this system doesn't classify as a bike. Boom, done. Okay. And I'm going to click register. And that did not work because email has already been taken. Okay, so that would have been nice to know before I went through the CAPTCHA and clicked register. Also, one error prohibited this user from being saved. I feel like it's a very developer-centric error. As a user, I don't know if I want my user being saved. I just want an account being registered, or maybe it's just say something like sign up or registration couldn't occur successfully because the email address has been taken. A minor thing, but you know, in the vein of trying to apply polish everywhere, I guess I'll pick on it for the time being. So let's go with an email address that I know is not registered then. Another CAPTCHA. feel like we shouldn't make people do this if they just did it. But fire hydrants, okay, these are pretty easy. I don't know, I always overthink these pictures because I'm like, well, what if there's a fire hydrant behind this truck? Like, does that count? How would I know that? Okay, I don't see anymore. Good. Okay, register. Okay, welcome to GitLab.com @Eric. That's interesting. I don't know why. That's not my username. That's my first name. And I've never seen a first name with an @ symbol, but I guess we can roll with that. It should either just say Eric or maybe @my username. In order to personalize your experience with GitLab, we would like to know a bit more about you, what my role is. Okay, I am a product manager. This will help us personalize your onboarding experience. That's great. And who will be using this GitLab trial? Ah, this is interesting because I didn't sign up for a trial, remember? I signed up for just an account. Regardless, let's plow forward. I'm just going to say just me for now, and I'm going to say continue. Welcome, you have signed up successfully. Okay. Please check your email to verify that you own this address and unlock the power of CI/CD. Didn't receive it, resend it. Wrong email address, update it. I'm not sure what the best practice is for asking for this, but right now in the sign up flow, it feels a little bit weird because do you want me to go like out of the app and go check my email right now? Or do you want me to like complete this gold trial? I would think that we would want people to focus on the trial, but it could be wrong. Anyway, I'm going to do that later. There's also no way to dismiss this. Okay, start your free gold trial. Your GitLab gold trial will last 30 days, after which point you can keep your free GitLab account forever. One thing I'm noticing here is that GitLab is not capitalized properly. It's Git lowercase l, it should be an uppercase L. We just need some additional information to activate your trial. Okay, so a few things here. I have no idea what gold is at this point, unless I've like done a bunch of research online. Also, I thought that my onboarding experience was supposed to be customized, and just a quick Google search says that gold should be company-wide portfolio management, executive level insights, free guest users. But I've already told the system that I'm just starting this for me. So I'm actually going to just skip this. I'm going to say skip trial, continue with free account. You won't get a free trial right now, but you can always resume this process by clicking on your avatar and choosing start a free trial. Okay, so we can always do it later, which is great. So let's just go ahead and skip and keep going. Okay, so I still get this banner with no way to dismiss it. I think the copy is a little interesting. Unlock the power of CI/CD. I think I understand why we do that because you probably can't use our shared runners until you verified your email, but I haven't even made a project at this point. So we may want to look into changing this to show up at a different time or a different place. And then I already said I didn't want a trial, but I still get this banner. So I'm just gonna hide that for now. And it said I can do it in my avatar, which is right here, start a gold trial. So what does that actually do? Okay, it takes me back to that same screen that I was before. Okay, cool. So now I'm on the projects page. It says, welcome to GitLab. Faster releases, better code, less pain. Okay, create a project, create a group, explore public projects, and learn more about GitLab. So I think I want to create a project. Actually, let me go and verify my email so I get this banner off the screen. Your email address has been successfully confirmed. That's great. I'm assuming it's still here. What if I refresh this? Okay, now it's gone. Okay, so let's create a project. Create a blank project. Create a blank project to house your files, plan your work, and collaborate on code, among other things. Create it from template, create a project pre-populated with the necessary files to get you started quickly. Import a project, migrate your data from an external source like GitHub, Bitbucket, or another instance of GitLab, or run CI/CD for external repository. We're going to import a project. And I think the first thing that kind of stands out to me here is the word export in the GitLab button here. So new project, import project. So the breadcrumbs make sense. It says import project from GitLab export. So I think this button, like as a standalone call to action, is kind of confusing. But I think when read as a sentence, it makes sense. So I'm going to import a project from a GitLab export, so that can work. I'm wondering if we just shorten that to GitLab, if that would make more sense or not. I know the way that our current GitLab import export works is that you do have to kind of create an export file first and then import into GitLab with that file. And I don't have one nicely packaged up right now to test that, but maybe the next walkthrough we can hone in on that. So our other options are GitHub, Bitbucket Cloud, Server, Google Code, Fogbugs, Git, repo by URL or manifest file. And I don't, I'm just going to choose GitHub for now because this is kind of the path of least resistance for me. And we're going to see what happens here. So authenticate with GitHub. To connect to GitHub repositories, you first need to authorize GitLab to access the list of your GitHub repositories. Okay. Okay, let me grab my credentials for GitHub. I'm just going to stop sharing for a quick second. Okay, so I just entered my two-factor auth code, and what it looked like it did was, I'm now on a screen inside of GitLab that shows my GitHub repositories. So import repositories from GitHub, select the projects you want to import. So it says from GitHub to GitLab, status, and a filter bar. So looks like the filter bar is definitely not searching. I don't know what it's searching on then. Let's see, case. I search for micro. Okay, so I found micro blog. So is it just case sensitive then? Oh, no. It's case sensitive. Okay. I wonder if we should change that. But for now, I think I have what I need. One thing that's a little bit interesting is clearing filters. You have to kind of search in an empty filter box, which feels a little weird. But this not started and a radio button not started seems weird to me. Like I don't even know why we have grayed out radio buttons here. Maybe these will change a little bit later. But let's play with these drop downs. So it's looking like it wants me to select a place where to copy this, which makes sense, or where to import this from. So I don't have any groups. And now I know extensively what a group is, but I know just from this onboarding flow, we didn't ask anyone to make a group because I told the onboarding wizard, hey, it's just for me, and didn't ask me to make a group. So, but we're showing groups here, which is a little bit interesting and makes the dropdown just a little bit awkward because users is bolded, but groups is not. And so I would imagine if like these were headings, I would expect both of them to be bolded, and then maybe some indentation to indicate that this is a list of users and this is a list of groups. So we may want to look into that as for some polish. But for now, I only have one option here because I can't actually search for anything else, I don't believe, and I can't make anything in this screen. So I think this is my only option. And I'm guessing that I can change any of the wording here. Which makes sense. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll just click import. I'll import a little program that I wrote. Okay, so it's saying scheduled. So it did actually, okay, so it dropped my drop downs and my text entry fields away to kind of like solidify the name. Oh, it's not a radio button. It's like a little pipeline indicator, status indicator. Okay, that makes more sense. This is spinning, I guess, to just I think what's interesting here is like I've clicked import on a single project. So can I navigate away from this page? I'm actually not sure. You know, for the import to continue. This says that it's running, doesn't give me any indication how long this is going to take. This button is spinning as if I've clicked it and it's doing something. I think I understand why we would want to gray that out so you couldn't queue up more jobs. But the fact that this button is spinning is a little bit weird. I'm just gonna go ahead and click a second one while this one's going to see what happens. Scheduled. Let's just go for this. Import, 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 import. Also, if it's gonna let me click import one by one on these, I don't know why it just wouldn't say, you know, hey, import them all. Import. It's also not clear to me why, like, is there a queue? How many of these can I run in parallel? Running, how long this is gonna take. And also, I'm clicking import here and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I have no idea why I can't import this one. Maybe I'll wait till they're all done and then click it again. Okay, this is interesting. I was wondering why this one took a long time, but the others went through okay. This repository has been disabled from a billing issue on the GitHub side. But this is running. I would think that this should be like an incredibly simple and fast error check. Hey, this repository has been disabled. I can't grab any of the information. I cannot import this. We could even do that check prior to the user clicking the button when we pull in the list, and just show it in the list and say like, hey, but this has been disabled due to billing on the GitHub side. Like you can't import this, but we wanted to show you the list to make sure that you knew we were pulling in everything holistically. I don't know if we have proper error handling to handle something like this. I'm just going to refresh the page just to see what happens. Okay. This endpoint has been requested too many times. Try again later. I don't know what endpoint it's referring to. Like, is it the GitHub endpoint? Is it the endpoints for this particular page? Try again later. I don't really know what to do here. So that's still running. I wonder what's going to happen here. So it actually popped this one to the bottom, the one we couldn't import before. I'm just going to click it and see what happens again. Okay, so now I can schedule it. Not sure why I couldn't schedule it before. That's running. Let's see what happens. It'd be cool if you could click this, kind of like a CI pipeline, where you could actually see what's happening. Like if you could go like view the logs. Okay, that's done. This one, I'm not sure what's going to happen, and I think that we might just be stuck. But let's just go to one of these projects. I do like this button, this nice go to project button. This very simple way to navigate to the project once we've imported it, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to click that. I would actually open it in a new tab. Okay. So I've got my project imported now. SSH key, I know. I can show that again. And it lands me on the project details page. I noticed this call to action here for Autodevops. So I thought Autodevops was enabled by default for all projects and attempts to run on all pipelines in each project. Autodevops automatically disables an individual projects on their first pipeline failure if it has not been explicitly enabled for the project. But this makes it seem like it's not enabled. And I wonder if it's not enabled for projects that are imported. Let me even make a new project, just a blank project. No, plus new project. I'll make one from template real quick. Okay, so this project from template also indicated that you have to enable this in settings. What if I make just a new blank project? Yeah, I'm not certain. I guess let's go try to enable it. I'm going to click enable in settings. Autodevops can automatically build, test, and deploy applications. Quick start guide, is this documentation? All right, default to Autodevops pipeline. That's nice. Okay. I don't think it's going to do any deploy because I didn't set up anything, but let's go back to project overview. And let's view my very simple script. Okay, there's edit functionality. I want to see what happens if I load the Web IDE for the first time. I'm going to make a change, and then I'm going to commit this. Create a new branch. I love the Web IDE workflow. I saw like a red air banner pop up there. I don't know what that was. I have to go back and freeze frame it there. It's very fast, by the way. This is much faster than when I normally use it for work in the GitLab project or the GitLab handbook project. Okay, so in the merge request widget or the merge request creation screen, I can change branches, source branch, target branch. Yeah. Is this going to take me back to the MR page? Okay. I wonder if we could do this but without taking you away from this creation flow. I think anytime you break someone's flow is not a good idea. Change branches here, just in a, maybe clicking this could expand just a little drop down there and have this in the flow. Okay, I don't have any users assigned to me, I suppose. I also don't have any milestones. I do like that. Okay, create new. Can I do it here from the widget? Anytime we take someone out of this, it's not great. Release 1, due date. Oh man, that is not good. Because we just click create milestone, and instead of taking us back to the merge request, I think I just lost the merge request completely. So why would you would never ever with this workflow want to create a milestone from that dropdown? Yeah, I don't have my merge request anymore. Okay, so that's good to know. Oh, okay, so it saved my text, which is nice. It didn't save my assignment. Now I do have my release 1 I can select. This label is going to be the same thing. Oh, I actually have some labels automatically created here. What are those? Issues, labels. Okay, bug, duplicate, enhancement, invalid, question, won't fix. Okay, I bet these came from GitHub. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. So label import worked well. Okay, back to where we were. And I'm guessing, I think this one works differently than milestones. Okay. Yeah. So when I create a project label, it should apply it for me. I think I mentioned this in my last video. I don't have any dependencies here. So leave that blank. There's a lot going on in this approval rules box. I wonder if we don't need approvals if we just don't show this. There's just a lot to do here. There's a hover over with more information, and another call to action for more information here. There's a box which is quite wide, which looks like you could put 6 figures in here. And I don't think you probably ever need more than 2. Reset to project defaults, which I think means we're going to reset the approval rules to project defaults, but I'm actually not certain. Approval rules reset to project defaults. That was nice. This was a very easy and intuitive way to add an approval rule, so nice job on that. And delete source branch, yep. And submit merge request, great. I'd like this program to be more friendly. And let's see what happens with our pipeline. We enable Autodevops. Failure. Yeah, I didn't set up any of the Kubernetes stuff, so that's not surprising. I like how the merge button is red. It's normally green when you can merge. And I think this was what means I can merge it without, even though the pipeline has failed. But that's not clear to me. I would be expecting some hover over, like why is this an exclamation mark? GitLab merge request button. Oops. Merge request button red. Looks like we don't have it in our documentation either. This is what it should look like. But this is interesting because I have the exclamation mark here, even on a green button. Let's just go ahead and merge this and see if it gives me a warning or something. It does not. Okay, let's go back into our repo. And we see our change here. And I think that's going to do it for today because I'm out of time. But thank you all for watching. It was good to learn a bit more about the product and to walk through some of it. Hope you learned something. Bye.